start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach there's a pain. You walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak. Trying to stand up, my knees go weak. What's happening to me? In the dark, can you tell me what it means?
So first and foremost, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, I do have to give you a brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates, and I want you to leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you won't get it through somebody else. Be patient with your process. Also, you already know that voice too raspy to be whispering, all right? On top of that, I'm getting over a cold, so I need you to bear with me, all right? So, chosen ones, we going to get started. But before we do, I want to thank you so much in advance for all your love, likes, shares, subscribes, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. All the support that you've been showing to the tribe, I appreciate you. You understand me? So let's get started now. I do want to give you a little warning, all right? Again, I'm getting over a cold, so therefore, if you hear a little sniffling, if I do have to blow my nose, I'm pausing the video. You heard me? I ain't the type. I don't like doing that in front of people. That's trifling. But got the little Lysol on deck too. You heard me? So if I cough, I might got spray in your direction. I got you, all right? So chosen ones, let's get started. So first and foremost, I had to let you know that there's certain karma that's currently going on. See, some of you intuitively know this. Some of you are starting to feel this. Some of you are starting to notice and see certain things happening before you. See, I got to talk to some of y'all chosen ones. See, I want you to realize that there's different dynamics on what's happening. Now, what do I mean? See, there's some of you that's getting karma that does belong to you. See, there's some of you that, again, you gonna have to take accountability because you are getting karma based upon certain family, friends, connections, people that you still entertaining. Now, what do I mean? See, you got the signs and synchronicities that these are people that you are not supposed to be around. There's certain things that they doing, ways of life that they have that God doesn't want you to have bleed off on you from them, right? So there's some of you currently going through karma and you can't blame nobody else but yourself. Now, what do I mean? So let me give you an example, chosen ones, right? So you know how if you go to a water park, you are expected to get wet, right? So if you go to the water zone and you right there behind the splash zone, you know that you can't have an attitude based upon that water getting on you, right? So that's for instance. There's some of you that was standing in that wet zone. What do I mean? You was around certain karmic individuals. People that was scamming, people that was robbing, people that was manipulating, people that was participating in magic too, doing certain things that they was getting certain outcomes for work that they ain't put in, right? So there's certain people that's around you that you know that there's certain karma that's going to come to them. Now, you could say you ain't had nothing to do with it, but what type of people were you around? So you sat there silently as you watched certain things go down. By that sense of direction, that's a RICO case in a sense. Spiritually, you got RICO cases placed on you too. So you could say that you ain't did it, but you was around these people as they was attacking other individuals. Karma's coming. Flat out. So as long as you connected to those people, know that certain things for you is going to go down. Now, hear me out though, right? So that's almost like you acting so shocked that things are starting to dry up for you. So that's like you around this karmic that was committing fraud. So you know God's not going to allow certain finances to come to them. So just because when they need certain things, they come to you and you provide it for that individual, God's going to slowly trickle away all the money that you have to assist them in a sense. Because when God told you stop giving them or rewarding them for bad behavior, you ain't listen to it. When God told you that they had scammed, robbed, cheated, stole, whatever the case may be, to get certain finances. God told you to no longer fund them, but you was fucking funding that fuckery in a sense. Now, excuse me, chosen ones. Now, when I say that, chosen ones, there's some of you acting so shocked right now. You talking about why is your finances going down? You gave to that person that God said don't give to, so therefore, since you ain't listening, he taking it from you too until you disconnect. Okay, cool. There's some of you that, again, certain things in the home dynamic is starting to act wild or be chaotic, right? Okay, cool. God been telling you that place you wasn't supposed to be at with those individuals. God been telling you that family ain't always who you come from, but often who you led to. God already told you stop chasing that person when they should have known from the first day that they should have chose you. See, chosen ones. You got signs and synchronicities. So that's almost like this. Again, that wet zone in a sense. You know that when you went in that direction, there were certain karmic consequences that was going to come in. So what did you sign up for? You went to the water park and thought that you was going to stay dry. You thought that you was going to be all right. You thought that everybody was going to respect the fact that you came here with them, but don't want to participate in what they participating in. Okay, well, you going to get splashed because there's somebody from the outside who don't know that you said that when you came there, you wanted to stay dry that day. They thought that because you came to a water park that you wanted to partake in what they had too. See, that's why you didn't got splashed with certain karma and consequences, chosen ones. It would have been different if you didn't see those signs and synchronicities. That's like you knowing initially it's a water park that you go to. So that's you initially knowing that that's a karmic individual. That's somebody who didn't want to commit to you. That's somebody who didn't really have love for you. That's somebody that's going to continue to entertain other individuals while they entertaining you. You got the signs and synchronicities, right? You knew when you was walking in, it was a water park, right? Things was going to get the slipping and sliding. Certain people was going to get hit. Okay, you knew that, right? Not only that, after the initial sign for you booking basically those tickets, copping that ticket, that's you entertaining them, right? Now you done walked in. The second sign that you done said, where it said, slow down, caution, surfaces could be slippery. You got the signs and the synchronicities. God said, hey, yo, slow down a little bit. You try to rush into a commitment. You try to rush into a relationship with this person. You try to rush and sleep with them, not realizing that you going to rush and mess around and slip up. So be cautious. You ain't listen. You just still, again, entertaining that person that you was walking in. You was listening to them, holding conversations with them. Whole time they was distracting you from certain signs and synchronicities that God was showing, right? Okay, cool. Now all of a sudden, you got that third sign. That third sign is you actually out there fully dressed around the pool. You see people enjoying themselves, splashing, doing what they do, but you still feel like they gonna not do what they want to and try to keep you dry because you don't want to get wet, but you came in with some individuals who wanted to. Now, what do I mean by that? That's you being with certain people that are frauding, certain people that are scamming, certain people that's trying to, again, keep a certain image to them when they really didn't go with them. They not truly being authentically them. They just out here doing what they want to do. That's them drinking, popping pills all the time. That's them not taking care of their children, dropping their children off. That's them always having to be front and center, always have to be the ideal couple goals, all of that shit, when they don't even really like each other. They just like the outside perspective that comes with it, but you got signs and synchronicities, right? So you can't get mad when you get splashed, in a sense, by that karmic consequences based upon who you walked in with. You knew what they was getting into. You could try to act like, well, they told me that they was going to keep me dry, but you should have knew. You should have put one and one together, which came out to that they words and they actions wasn't, you understand, when how they words backed up with their actions, or they actions backed up their words. It hasn't. But you chose to trust them. Okay, cool. See, chosen ones. Now, there's some of you, again, that's getting karma that belongs to you because God told you that those individuals wasn't for you. He told you to move on from them. He told you that certain things was going to start happening to them. So now you limited because you chose to still be around them. So you selected to take on their karma and consequences too. That's almost like you seeing certain people. Now, let me tell you, it's not always bad, chosen ones. Now, hear me out. Some of you, this karmic consequences that come through are lessons to you. Some of you knew better when you was around certain individuals. See, what spurred you was your conscience, but we're going to get into that in a second, right? Let me get back to this. Chosen ones, I want you to realize that again, when God shows you that certain people aren't your person and you keep trying to force certain dynamics with them, you talking about, oh, you just got to continue to stay and live with them. Okay, well, you trying to balance out being in heaven while you got demonic individuals in your crib. Or you trying to stay closer to the light when these people keep trying to put out your shit like they on that survivor tip. See, you got to know. Certain people, again, are still in survival mode. So every time they see your light shine a little bit, they going to put it out. You got to know who you connected with. But let's get back to it, chosen one. See, some of you, again, the karma that is coming to you is coming because you didn't listen. God told you, when you heard that little whistle, like, hey, you know, even when you go, let's stay with the water park theory, right? So, you know, in the water park, when that wave pool's going to come, they make a little sound, a little bell, whatever the case may be, or you start to see the waves slowly from afar rise up, and you know to hurry up and get to safety ground if you can't swim like that, right? So God gives you signs and synchronicities. He allows you one by one to see what's going to happen if you continue to be where you at. But you have to pay attention to that, right? Now, there's some of you chosen ones. Now, we going to talk. You got karma based upon who you was around, but it wasn't because they was being karmics. It's because karmics was causing chaos to them. Now, what do I mean? See, again, I always give you an example, and I'll be more than happy to use me, right? See, chosen ones. See, for instance, you know how, again, there's a kid, you standing next to your friend, and we're going to keep with the water park type of dynamic, or let's say water balloons in this situation, right? So, chosen ones, you sitting there having a conversation with your friend. Y'all minding y'all's business. Y'all, again, talking about certain plans that you have. You enjoying the scenery, enjoying the vibe, just enjoying them, right? Then all of a sudden, little Mr. or Miss play too much. These are the karmics that keep sending chaos spells, keep doing love spells, keep trying to mess your money up with magic. They try and mess up your magic too. And what do I mean? See, we don't got to do that hocus pocus shit. We magical beings, so whatever we speak comes true, but they starting to realize that. See, these karmics, in a sense, seeing you over there holding certain conversations, and they got irritated about it. See, they seen the way that person's face was lighting up when they talked to you, when they on the phone with you. They seen that y'all had plans and y'all had already been aligned on the same path before y'all two even crossed paths with each other, in a sense. So they seen that they've been around that person for mad years, but still couldn't get to him like you did. See, no matter how much they try to mold themselves in that person, that other person would select, they never was going to be even an option for them. See, what do I mean? See, these karmics are mad because you didn't cross paths with your divine partner. Whether or not that is your divine feminine, masculine, whether or not you call them your kingdom spouse, whether or not you call them your twin flame, soulmate, whatever the case may be, right? Now, hear me out, chosen ones. There's certain individuals that, again, I told you, you may have had a sense of false starts where you cross paths with them while you already had something in the backbone, in the back, you understand, round going on. See, when you cross paths with them, they already was vibrating like you. You ain't have to tell that person what you wanted, what you was doing, because they already was properly prepared for you. See, they had certain doors that may have still been open in a sense, but they never anticipated meeting somebody that was exactly like them. See, when I say exactly like them, I'm talking about the positive aspects. So what do I mean? You know how parents, somebody will come up to you and say, yo, your child is so respectful. They so loving, they so nurturing, and you smiling so hard. But at that time, you don't realize that they picked up on your best traits. That your child, again, is a reflection of you raising them right in the first place, right? So there's certain individuals, chosen ones, that you didn't realize when you met them that they was a reflection of you. See, if you had an abandonment issue, they may have had abandonment issues too. So you may have had to heal yours in order to show them how to heal theirs too. See, on that twin flame dynamic, it always is one that's quicker and more mature than the other one, right? See, we gonna stick to this. Now, what do I mean, chosen one? See, when you cross paths with your twin flame, see, I speak on behalf of myself. I always tell you, I'll be the example for us. An example. You understand? For instance, chosen ones. As far as myself, right? See, I didn't caught a lot of, I don't mind, let me rephrase because I'm real big on how you say certain things, right? There's certain individuals that was called themselves trying to throw certain spiritual shots at me based upon the fact that I was helping certain individuals see, right? So for instance, when I met my twin, see, the whole time he didn't realize that his shorty that he was with was putting certain illusions on him. Didn't realize sex magic was being done. Why every time he got away, that person called them back again. How every time that they started to walk away from them, that person called back and told them about how certain things was falling apart, right? See, at that time, because he was in that maze, he couldn't see certain things clearly. So because I was a seer and I was assigned to him, I started telling him about certain things that wasn't right that was happening. So every time that karmic tried to set him up, I would tell him ahead of time, like, hey, yo, this was what's going to happen. So instead of him actually getting attacked by them, he was behind the scenes watching him, see how they thought that they was going to catch him lacking. Oh, nah. See, about my twin, I do not play. I'm trying to tell you. I don't care if we don't talk for 2 years, 2 days, whatever the case may be. If I get a download on him, I'm telling him exactly what's about to happen. See, at any point in time, see, we going to get into it, right? Let me get back. Chosen ones. He used to have people really attacking him, even certain family members too, but we ain't going to get into that, right? That's their business. Long as he know I ain't got to say too much, right? But because I was standing by him, smiling, vibing, because I looked out for his best interest, I was almost like that protection. I ain't played about him to this day, still don't. So I could tell you that his karmic got mad, right? Didn't like our friendship, our dynamic. So she started throwing little shots. See, I want you to think of these shots as almost like them water balloons in a sense, right? See, we was dry. We wasn't in no wet zone. We wasn't at no water park. We was minding our business. See, we talking about our future ahead, certain things we was going to get into. See, we was talking about how far we came, certain things that we about to obtain. We was really focused, right? Thank you, babies. See, that karmic had us seen us having a conversation. A place, a location that we was going to, but they couldn't go to. Why? Because they wasn't making moves as we was making moves way before we aligned with each other, right? See, that's almost like somebody who said that focused their whole life on being a popular basketball star or wanted to be in the NBA. So they ain't take their school right. They ain't tried other things. They ain't tried to plant seeds in different directions. They sat there and just wanted this one thing, right? But they only wanted to be the NBA player based upon people around them telling them that that's the only way that they can make it out, or that's the only place that they can obtain certain things. So that's these karmas getting told by they people, oh, the only way you gonna get money is if you do money spells. Oh, the only way that you gonna get so-and-so to love you is if you do love spells on them. Or the only way that person's gonna choose you over that other individual is if you lie on that person to keep them disconnected. See, they was told that there's only one way that they could make it, right? So they sat there and wasn't doing the things that we was doing. See, what I mean is that's almost like a karmic, again, wanting to be in the NBA or be a celebrity in a sense, wanting to be a blogger, the center of attention, but they was with somebody who was really a doctor. So as we talking amongst peers, people that was there in that room, in that classroom too, doing them same tests and passing, those same people who took those exams was on that same path, and we seeing each other advancing. See, that person who's been practicing for the NBA or to be a celebrity the whole time, they ain't gonna be able to relate to us having certain conversations. See, that karmic wasn't able to catch up or keep up. They was out here just saying certain words sporadically, hoping that we thought that they was like us. Oh, nah. We like, what? You talk about your neck bones connected to your what? Your ankles. You talk about this. See, again, when we met, you may not have thought that the person that you was going to be with exists, because you may have thought that you was just the only individual, right? So, because you so used to being different. But let me get back to it, right? There's certain karmics that through certain jabs or through certain things that person that you was with, whether or not that was your twin, that was your friend, Whether or not that was your homegirl, so on and so forth, right? Chosen ones. Them karmics didn't know who they was messing with. See, they threw certain water balloons at your person, and you was like, hey, yo, step over. Shorty back there wilding. I don't know if they meant to throw that at you, but just know that they threw something at you, like, pay attention. All of a sudden, y'all get back to the conversation. There goes that karmic again. Sending black magic, lying, trying to manipulate certain shit. That's them throwing them water balloons again in your direction, trying to hide their hand. So you peep shit. Because your twin, your soulmate, your person could have been so focused and looking at you, focused on their future, that they ain't see what was happening behind the scenes or what these people was trying to do. But you was looking, right? Because just like your back, they got your back, you got theirs too. You facing them, so therefore they can look up what's sneaking behind you, and you can do the same thing for your individual too. Now hear me out. This ain't just your twin, your lover, your soulmate, but these are certain friends and family member dynamics that you try to put them on what's happening to them, but they couldn't see the same view as you. So therefore they may not have listened or thought that what was happening because they ain't see that view. But hear me out. You kept giving them warnings like, hey, yo, they keep trying to throw certain shit in your direction. Just chill out. Just step over to the left. They do that shit again, we gonna see. All of a sudden, y'all get back to conversation. You see water balloons busting in your feet. You like, hey, yo, nah, they know where they aiming at now. See, they deliberately doing that shit. See, before you try to be cool, you ain't correct that because you like, man, maybe they don't know no better. So that's equivalent to certain karmics, right? Who sat there, and again, you try to give them pre-warnings because they ain't know what they was getting into in a sense. You try to tell them like, hey, yo, you may not want to do that. See, about my ancestors, I'm trying to tell you, they do not play. See, God don't play by his chosen ones. See, you might want to rearrange a few things. See, you kept trying to spare them like, hey, yo, chill out. Chill out. They ain't want to hear. They see you watching them. They know that you see certain things clear. So sometimes that karmic try to get in your true divine partner's ear, try to make them think that you was just bugging, that you was just wilding, that they ain't do nothing. Whole time you like, man, I know I seen what I seen though. So no matter if they try to act like they don't know where it's coming from, I bet you gonna see, right? See, you was getting irritated because that person was watching you get upset about what this other person was doing to them. But because they ain't see it, they was like, hey, yo, relax. I know you serious about me. I know you don't play about me. Like, it's okay, calm down. And you like, hey, yo, all right, cool. Because I'm telling you, you the person that you be on anybody's ass about that individual. Like, what? I'm trying to tell you. So you sitting back. You watch him in a sense. That karmic go to throw that water balloon at them, and that shit lands on your shoulder instead. See, now they done messed up. So you done got hit based upon the fact that they was throwing some shit at somebody else behind their back, and they didn't want that person to know it. But because you was watching and you was with them, certain magic spells, manipulation that they was throwing at that person, they threw at you too. Certain lies, destruction, whatever the case may be, to have that person attempt to turn on you. See, they thought that they was going to cause an issue between you two. Whole time they ain't realized how deep that love really is embedded. See, when you meet your real twin flame, your kingdom spouse, soulmate, whatever the case may be, no matter what illusions or confusions they send towards you, even if it's cloudy at first, you allow things to settle and you're going to see certain things clearly. See, they thought that they got y'all. They thought that they was going to be able to have y'all separated. Whole time again, baby. They don't know whose twin they playing with. They don't know whose kingdom spouse they playing with. They don't know whose friend, daughter, son, so on and so forth that they playing with. See, baby, when you threw that shit at them and I told them, but they still allowed themselves to stay there and get hit by that shit, oh, nah, I'm telling you, I don't play like that. And if you throw something to me, then it's 9 times out of 10 you gonna get slapped back. See, chosen ones, we ain't even gotta get our hands dirty nor wet. We said what we said. See, we on that Nene Leak shit. See, when I say that, chosen ones, we standing on everything we say. See, we know what they sent to us is now coming their way. See, we know that little sabotages that they try to do, those little slow downs in a sense. See, I want you to think about a speed bump. I always say this. See, that may slow you down a little bit, but you see the signs to the side telling you to slow down because the speed bumps ahead. So you already knew what they was trying to do, so you was already protected from that shit. You already knew people was trying to send magic on you, so you ain't allowed people to get in your head. You stood solid, right? No matter who was watching or picking up on that, right? See, Chosen was, you almost like that big brother and sister. See, we may beef with each other, we may argue with each other, but if you mess with them, you disrespect them, then I'm coming at you. I'm gonna beat your body, whatever. I digress. I ain't got to get all into that, but you know what I'm talking about. See, I had to say this. Again, I'll give you an example. Pertaining to my twin, there's times that we ain't speak. When I seen that he was trying to work out a family dynamic, I fell back because I respected it. I knew our friendship. See, no matter how many times we said that we was friends, we knew that energetically that line was getting crossed because we already married in a sense, right? But hear me out. See, no matter how much distance get in between him and I'ma always check in and make sure that he all right. So that's almost like, again, God saying like, hey, yo, can you, and I can speak on behalf of our situation, like his mother always come to me like, can you check on him? And she passed away energetically, like he going through something. I'm like, I got you. Can you relay this message to him? I'm like, I got you, mommy. I got you. You heard me. So no matter what distance goes or time period goes pertaining to him, we pick shit back up like we always did. You heard me? Like that last lifetime, this lifetime, the lifetime before that, see, it's something that we always experience. So I'm going to always make sure he's good. But them karmics ain't know that shit. See, they thought that you was going to get mad, disconnect from them ass, so they thought that they was going to be in lack. See, this is what they didn't know. When you throw in certain shit, you throwing water in a sense, and it's a dry zone. There's karmic consequences that came with it. See, when you and your twin, your soulmate, your friend, so on and so forth, are all in a wet zone, that means that karmic cycle in a sense, right? Whatever these karmics throw at you, they're not going to be held accountable because you in that darkness with them too. Get your ass up. What you down there for? You in a wet zone and expect not to get wet. You in doing karmic behavior, entertaining karmic beings, and expect not to get hit with karmic consequences. Oh, nah. You starting to see certain things, right? See, chosen ones, I want you to realize that you starting to change your way of thinking. See, you no longer running with them rugrats. What do I mean? See, I'm a 90s baby. I love the Rugrats. You heard me. Now, what do I mean, right? I love the Rugrats. All the way down to Burger King when they had them Rugrats watches. Oh, I done copped all of them. You understand me? Well after the 90s. I'm talking about a few years ago, but hear me out, right? See, Rugrats, you hear that? Take me there. I want to go there. You just good memories, right? Okay, cool. See, I see some of y'all saying y'all love the Rugrats too, but hear me out. See, you start to get grown and you start to realize the Rugrats was toxic as a motherfucker. Now, what do I mean? They were badass kids everywhere except where they were supposed to be. If you're seeing your neighbors right now with that child that's in that damn diaper running down the street, getting into certain shit, breaking all of these things, traveling around the neighborhood, you probably have called them people on them quick, or you talk about how they got them little baby ass kids, right? See, when we was little, we ain't see nothing bad about it, right? But as we start to realize that we got certain rugrat friends too. See, there's a Tommy. That's the motherfucker that's always wanting to lead individuals into what they want to do. Now, what do I mean? That's that. And see, some of y'all got some Tommy friends because up under that lace front, they got about 3 hairs connected to their shit too. But I digress. You might be a Tommy your damn self. But the Tommy is that homegirl that always got drama going on. Always talking about so-and-so's business. Always talking about this. Tommy's that dude who's always talking about how this person's hating on them. This person's doing certain shit. They out here just looking just fucked up. Getting everybody else to follow them. Putting everybody else shit at risk. Because Tommy's dumb ass want to get into some shit. Sit your ass down, pissy. But some of you had them Chucky ass friends. What do I mean? See, some of them may have had that smile, but I ain't talking about that smile because some of that gap tooth comes with wisdom. Know that shit. But I'm talking about some of these Chucky where they don't got no voice for themselves. They out here following everybody else. They scared of their damn shadow. Don't need it. See, some of you had them angelica ass friends, those conceited, cocky ass friends, those manipulating ass friends, those people that tell you that money is everything ass friends, those people that got certain labels and think that they better than people ass friends. Those mean ass, pessimistic, every time you got something going for yourself, they downplaying it, they trying to get something better, they trying to compete with you. See, some of y'all are those deals in a sense. Can't talk, can't get right ass energy. You don't talk, your ass can't walk, you just getting pulled around wherever people take you to. You understand me? Again, you sitting up there with a pissy ass diaper. You understand me? Certain things, we ain't gonna get into it. Now, some of us, we the Susies of the group. We the leaders. I don't give a fuck. You going out doing what you do. I'm not going with you. Oh, you leaving this yard? All right, do what you do, but I'm not going with you. Some of these Susies that see people trying to be like them, these imposter energies. These people that, again, every time you got something going for yourself, they try to outdo you. They hear you got a car. Now they got get a newer car than you. They hear you got a, man, I done had it. I had a Range Rover. Shorty went and leased a Range Rover like me. I went and got the truck. Shorty went and got leased a truck like that was like me. I'm like, damn. My word. I done had people where it's like you trying to compete, there's no competition. You understand me? Like, them rugrats may look up to you, listen to you, but them Susies like, hey, yo, who are you talking to? That's that chosen ones. We gonna call certain things out like, hey, yo, how they treat you, that's not a real friend. See, some of us had those feeling lil type of energies. You understand me? Those monkey see, monkey do ass people out there intaking certain shit. That's those pill poppers now. That's those snorters now. That's those individuals that was your cousins that was doing dumb shit and tried to get what they did to take you down. See, you had to pay attention. Who are you? You ain't gonna wanna run with no rugrats. You understand me? You done grew up in a sense. See, chosen ones, you don't even realize, just like Susie, being attentive, listening, being on her right path in a sense. See, just like that, right? There's some of you that saved, your conscience is what saved you. What do I mean? See, you consciously knowing that that was your individual, you spoke protection over them. You sat there and spoke love and light and guidance towards them. You sat there and was there to assist them. You was there to, again, sit there and release them from any restrictions. See, chosen ones. It's the fact that you consciously knew that that person was for you, that you prayed on behalf of that person that saved them, which is now going to have them coming towards you, right? You allowed them to see certain things clearly. See, there's some of you that person may have participated in certain things that may have went against you. So that's almost like a young child that didn't really know no better in a sense. See, some of your twin flames, your soulmates, your kingdom spouses, they were still in that immature mentality. Now, what do I mean? They wasn't seeing certain things clearly. They was just following other people's leads. See, they was allowing other people to say that it's okay to do what they do. So that's applying to PPP loans, knowing that they ain't had no business to adhere to. Right? See, that whole do what you can, get away with what you can get away with, right? So that's almost like this little child. See, the other person threw a balloon at you. They was grown as shit. They was an adult. See, you sat there and corrected them, and you could have put hands on them. You could have did what you did. But that little child that threw a balloon at you, you not going to go as hard on them because they ain't knew no better in that instant, right? So that's like your twin. If they had certain magic getting put on them, and they talked foul about you. See, I already know. My twin done talk some shit. I already know. Because I know that motherfucker. You understand me? But shit, I may have did it too. Because there was times I said, no, I'm done with him. I'll never talk to him. Whole time, that wasn't true. I was trying to persuade myself not to like him. That shit's my individual. You understand me? Because I digress. Ain't going to get too much pertaining to it. But, nah, I'm sure that in order to make other relationships work, that person had to make them feel like I was out of the picture, like I was nothing to them. Whole time I already knew what it is. You heard me? So there's times that, again, but it's a difference. See, it's that conscious, right? See, when your twin was saying those things, they felt bad about him. When they were saying, nah, I don't love Shorty. He don't love Shorty. He in love with Shorty. Duh. But let's talk. When your twin was telling people, nah, I don't love Shorty. No, I'm going to devote my life to you. No, I'm not going to focus on them. Nah, I'm going to just make sure that I work between us two. See, they really wanted to do that. But they also felt bad because they realized that they hit in their heart wasn't matching. See, their head was telling them to stay in that family dynamic to do the right thing based upon expectations that their family members had. But their heart was telling them that something was missing. That person that they with was a karmic and certain things was lacking. See, it was an imbalance in a sense. So they called themselves doing the right thing. And in one of the angles, they may have seemed like they had to be a villain in your story. This doesn't mean they was abusing you, using you, treating you. I'm not talking about no karmic individuals. I'm talking about the people that felt like, well, I got to let this go because I got to be loyal to this. And they realized that they was loyal to some dark shit. Loyal to some people who ain't had no loyalty within them, but they had to learn that lesson, right? So chosen ones, there's certain things that because they had a conscience, they were protected. So if that karmic knew what that magic that they was doing wasn't right, they knew that karmic conscience was going to come and that they was going to lose their life. If they knew that what they was doing towards you was to sabotage that individual to move forward with you, if they knew that they was doing all of these things intentionally, right? They had no conscience about it. They done sold their soul, sold that person out, whatever the case may be, right? It's different. It's different. Karma's coming. There's nobody that can try to talk you out of it. Nobody that can try to say, God, can you spare them one more time for me? Oh, nah, baby. You getting booked, bucko. But there's some of you that's binding out the person that you truly are supposed to be with. Now, I ain't talking about bonding them out of jail, but I'm talking about certain things that you speaking up on behalf of them. You saying, I know they not a bad person. They just around bad elements. Now, hear me out. See, chosen ones. With that being said, there's a difference between you and those karmics. See, when you ask God to reveal everybody who wasn't for you, you said in general, right? See, this is why I'm saying this to you. There's certain karmics that are about to lose the matriarch to their family. I don't know if I said that right. The big mamas, the grandmothers, the mothers. Oh, they about to lose them. Hear me out. Hear me out. See, those karmics is about to lose those people that was contributing to them. Those people that every time they acted up, they told them it's okay. You acted like that for a reason. Oh, it's okay. You did magic to them because they was leaving. Oh, it's okay because that person this and that person. They came up with all these excuses, right? Condone that bad behavior. So now God's removing them. Now that karmic who's so used to falling on their mother, they living where they living because their mother got it for them. They living where they living because their mother lying for them. They doing what they doing to other individuals, but no consequences for it, right? That father who's funding that fuckery, right? Okay, cool. That father that got people that's from a different country that was doing black magic on you, right? Oh, okay, cool. Because first that mother's about to get taken. See, why is that father getting spared? See, it depends on the type of parent connection. See, if you feel like, oh, you know those questions that they have where they say, okay, well, would you rather save your mom or your dad? I think that's a stupid question, but let's just hear it. Let's entertain it, right? So that karma could be like, they would spare their mother first. That's the first one that's going to go. Why? Because she ain't even had to die, but you sat there and sold your soul. You sent black magic and death magic to certain twin flame dynamics, certain divine beings, because you was mad and they told you that you could have. Okay, well, your people's about to go. Now hear me out. See, chosen ones, you gotta know what end of the road you on. Why do I say that? Because some of your mothers may pass too, but some of your mothers are karmic individuals. Now, what do I mean? See, right now, the people who are sending death magic are starting to see certain things, but hear me out, because magic is not only hocus pocus shit, but it's lies that was told, things that you spoke onto them, certain things that you spoke into existence, certain things that you knew was happening and you didn't help them or assist them. You didn't play that parental type of position. They getting up out of here too. You done had 20 years to get right and you didn't. For 20 years, this child was trying to heal you while healing them too based upon what they went through with you. All this shit, right? Them karmic parents, you getting up out of there. But some of these karmics parents are getting up out of here. Why? Because of who you gave birth to, what they did to other people. See, now you're going to feel that, but hear me out. Why I say this is chosen ones, because when you was asking God to remove who wasn't for you, and excuse me again for the sniffling, but you know that cool's coming through. But when you asked God to remove everybody that wasn't for you, everybody who was sending black magic towards you, everybody that was lying, robbing, deceiving, being negative, pessimistic, all of these things, right? Who was attacking you. You asked God to remove everybody. You didn't say no specific. You ain't say everybody but my friends, everybody but my family. You said anybody, right? So you said anybody can get it, which means that mother who spoke down on you for your whole life, limited you, you was depressed half of your life based upon what this individual did or didn't do for you, that mother that restricted you mentally, physically, had it so that you couldn't make certain moves, that father that disrespected you, disobedient to God, you understand me, disowned you, all of that, right? You asked God to remove anybody that wasn't for you. That means, yes, you love this person, but if they out here doing that shit, go ahead. That's almost like a grandmother that know their grandkid and did certain shit. It's like, matter of fact, they here, come pick their asses up, right? So there's some of you, when you say that in general, that means if your mother goes, your father goes, this, you like whatever God do what you do. Whoever's out here not doing what you asked them to do, living like you telling them to, sending black man, trying to do, God, do your thing then. Do your thing. See, these karmics, on the other hand, they ain't take no full accountability. They was out here wishing certain things, but saying it only to a certain extent, talking about, oh, they wanted you to pay. Talking about they want the divine feminine to get all this karma that belongs to them. They was limited to you. They was speaking all this shit to you. So you know what that sounds like, chosen ones? You know that family member that says, oh, if I ever run into a pedophile, if anybody touch their child, it's off with their head. Oh, if anybody do that, they going to jail. And then all of a sudden, when their child tells them that the person that they in love with is the person touching them, now they don't want to say nothing. Oh, you said whoever touched your child's getting booked except for that person that you was booed up with. Oh, you said that anybody who hurt your child was going to get it, but not your uncle, not your father, not your cousin, not your best friend. All of it. So you, again, you're going to say that, yeah, that justice is going to be served, but to a certain extent, oh, nah, you getting karmic consequences. See, that's why you don't trust that shit. Those people who talking about they only want this person to pay specifically. Karmic. I know specifically about, you know what I'm saying, 5 karmics right now that's getting chaos and corruption and consequences based upon what they was sending to me. I ain't got to speak specifically to them. They know who I'm talking to. But I said anybody can get it. That means even if they were standing on my side or your side too, if they were standing on my side but wasn't really right and was going to try to do certain things from behind, oh, nah, you getting up out of here, shorty. When I say anybody can get it, if you I don't care if you dress up, these demons try to dress up like Granny. You out here doing hocus pocus shit, you out here doing lies, then you get karma coming to you too. It ain't no, oh, you gonna get karma except for this. It ain't no, oh, death magic's gonna go back on that person unless they have kids. No. You knew you had kids when you was sending black magic to that person who had kids, and you try to take them from theirs, but you getting taken from yours instead. Oh, why? Oh, why? Oh, it's bad now. It's bad because you talking about you a mother. But that person that you just try to take out was a mother too. Oh, why? But had she not been protected like she was protected, you would have been successful and you would have tried to act like it wasn't you. Oh, nah. Karma's on your ass. It ain't no, oh, can you tell your people to chill? When I say my people, they talking about God. They talking about, can you talk to your spiritual guys? Can you talk to this? Nah, you getting what you sent out. And a lot of them is off what they hit. I don't feel bad about who. You was out here attacking innocent individuals. Now you scared. How they say, don't be scared. Huh? You was out here pulling all those pranks. That's almost like these karmics again, acting like they divine partner, acting like they the divine feminine, trying to distract them from being with their true person. You was pulling a prank in a sense. And what happens if you prank too much one time? somebody's going to end up beating your ass up. That's what happened. You done been out here pranking people by acting like you was so lovey-dovey, acting like you was so happy, acting like you was so, you understand, nice, acting like you was being good, talking about like you was living, loving life, like you really are living those scriptures that you talking about. Baby, you not. You was out here pranking the whole time, and what happens? We seen online, you prank too much, you gonna get beat the fuck up, and that's what's happening. They done prank too many people, they done tried too many people till they got to the right one, which is you, the divine chosen one. This ain't what you want. But now you gonna see. Karma consequences happening. Don't y'all look over here at me. Shorty's about to be done. She feels her time counting out. See, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all gonna see certain people. They gonna be passing away, but what is there to do? Some of you can speak up on behalf of certain individuals. Like, yeah, it's their first offense. They ain't really know what they was getting into. You're not gonna do it again, right? Oh, all right, cool. You gonna chill out, right? You gonna listen, right? If you do that again, you gonna lose your life, right? You know that, right? You know there's risk with what you just did. You know that you ain't supposed to be out here hitting innocent people, right? You know that you gave them that warning before you tapped that ass, right? That you touch them again, you gonna get your hand popped, you gonna get that ass whooped, you gonna sit in that corner, you ain't gonna get. See, I don't know about you. There's certain karmics I let slide, like, hey, yo, don't do that shit again, but you're going to have to pay for the rest of this lifetime. But there's some of these karmics, and I'm telling you, I don't know about y'all, but there's been some karmics that, baby, you just don't learn. So now you got to feel that. And there ain't no coming back to that. And if you think that the people that you standing around is going to save you, they not going to be able to. God's going to call them in the house while you standing out there, and you gonna get caught off guard, because I'm trying to tell you, karma. They try to put prices on your head. Whole time they put a price on theirs instead. They stupid. They talking about when they see you, they gonna do this, they gonna do that, but they not even gonna be able to get to you. See, you fucked up. You messed up. You listen. You tried that on the wrong one. I always say, some of us got that shit that you can't teach. You can't train to be. You can't be like them, imitate them. You try to be them. You gonna fuck around and blow a fuse. Like, you not built like that. And we try to tell you, it wasn't that we thought we better than you. We know we better than you. But it wasn't even that we know that we better than you. We was trying to tell you to do better for you, because we knew how this was going to end. So now, when you got them little, you meeting your demise and you witnessing our uprise, because as you going down, we passing you on our come up. Yeah. How they going to have to hear your name every single day. Yeah. See, chosen ones. God will use the situation that you did not like being in to work on your benefit. Now, what do I mean? See, you ever hear those rappers like that had those songs where it's a hit. The song that's they break a song is them talking shit about the past person that they was with. So whether or not that was that person back then, they didn't want me. Now okay, he was talking shit about shorty who didn't want him before, right? Came up. Or that person who said they baby mama ain't shit. She won't let him see his son. All of that, right? That song that he was talking shit about his baby mother ended up being a hit, but she was an ain't shit person on base of things that she did. So that one situation ended up leading him to his success. See? Chosen ones. That main thing that they going to talk about is going to main thing that's going to take them out. The main thing that they said that you was lacking in is the main thing that God's about to have you have a come up over them. So they said about how you ain't have funds now. Okay, cool. Now you got abundance in every area. Just coming at you. Now they pockets is hurting. But you've been happy even before the finances showed up. The wealth is within you, so you've been feeling like a wealthy individual your whole life. You may not have been able to buy things at that time, but you're starting to see certain things differently. See, chosen ones, they starting to see it too. You hear me? They starting to see it too. So if I was them, I'd chill out, put your little shit down, turn around, walk out while you ahead of yourself. Because if not, it's going to be a terrible ending for you. Not no chosen one. For you. You try had their finances messed up so that person wouldn't love them. Whole time that person loved them, even if they didn't even know that they had anything. Why? Because that's truly divine. So no matter what you try to send, you try to have that person, you talking about, oh, they only love that person for their money. So they did love spells at you because they thought that the person who truly loved you only loved you based upon what you was doing for them. Whole time when they tried to mess up your finances, God was like, nah, I'm going to let them do that a little bit because they going to feel stupid. They try disguise. God had you disguising a bit, acting like you ain't have no finances coming in. Those are the seasons where you may have seemed like you was struggling. Whole time, nah, God knew he was watching you. They said that person only loved you based upon what you can do for them. Then all of a sudden, when you ain't have money coming in, the love that they had for you didn't change. Instead, it encouraged them to do their own thing so that they could bring it back to you. Huh? So them karmic shots say, oh, you only like shorty because of this. God like, oh, all right, cool. Here, give me that. Do you still want to choose them? Yeah, they do. Okay, cool. Now they get that abundance back to you because that person was going to love you, sleep the same, be happy sleeping beside you regardless if it was a king-size mattress or a blow-up bed. Whether or not it was a pallet on the floor, whatever the case may be, they was just happy that you was there. See? That's the difference. That karmic talking about, oh, they only like that person because they are skinny and have this type of physique. All of a sudden, you start gaining happy weight. And guess what? That person was still selecting you. Why? Because they loved you for you, which was within you. So God had you. Your weight fluctuated. 1 minute you was a stick figure. Now you got weight again. Now you this. Now you that again. And each dynamic, that person still came back to you. They still loved you because it was true. So everything that karmic keeps trying to say, like, oh, this, oh, that, they only like him because this. God's like, is that true? Let me see. Nope, they still let him. They still let him. They still rock with him. Oh, they only like him because it's this. And God's like, all right, well, you go ahead. Rock it then. You said they only like them because they wear what they wore. Now that karmic tried to impersonated you. And that made that person love you more. Because now that karmic was trying to imitate you in order to try to replace you. And all they did was have that person get reminded of you. And now they want to be with you even more. It's like, baby, do you realize that you're going to lose? In every area that you go, every area you look, you losing. Because you lost your fucking mind. Because you ain't know who you was getting into it with. Them chosen ones is built differently. I'm trying to tell you. We built differently. How they say, them mob connections, divinely aligned, though we mobbed out every time. What you mean? When you see me, know that there's other people watching me, watching you, watch me too. You thought you got away with certain shit. Oh, messing with people's cars. Oh, you got caught too. It's all in due time before that comes to light. Those people that was messing with your mind, trying to have you losing it in a sense. Now they out here running around like Smokey in that chicken coop. Oh yeah, that black magic's coming to you. You're losing your mind. Some of these people are acting so paranoid because they know that they got karma and consequences coming in based upon what they did, but they scared to tell you what they did because they know you're going to walk away from them then, and they won't have your shield of protection over them, but they also know that God said no matter if so-and-so's near you or not, I'm going to tell them the truth. So that's somebody trying to run from a lie, right? They talking about, oh, nah, if nobody's around when you tell the truth, who's gonna hear you? And God's like, oh nah, either you tell them the truth, or I'm gonna have them in the room with you when I tell the truth to them. What happened? There's nothing that they can escape. They seal their fate. They should have never messed with a chosen one. It's a wrap. Chosen one, everything that you want, this your wishing time. I told you, November 1st, it's takeoff time. So what you speaking into fruition? What you want? What you wanted? You say you wanted love? It's about to arrive. What you say you wanted? Oh, you say you wanted happiness? It's arriving. Let that shit go. Let it go. You know what you know. You keep knowing what you know and do what God tells you to do. It's happening for a reason. Be excited. You understand me? I love you so much. Y'all continue to be great. I'm going to upload this live later on my YouTube. I'm going to acknowledge everybody who gifted me too. I appreciate you. Just know when you watch this on YouTube later, your name will definitely be mentioned, all right? I love you so much. Thank y'all for y'all's coaching sessions. I definitely still been doing coaching sessions every day, even though I ain't been on live, because that little cold. I needed to listen to what God was telling me to do. Take some time, and I got some projects together for you, chosen ones. Man, I'm excited to release them, I promise you. I love you so much, all right? Y'all continue to be great. If you need me, you know how to reach me, babies. Y'all be great.